Hi there, Dr. David here once again. And simple, straightforward question, but this one is really a foundational question. It's something that all chiropractors need to be concerned about and understand. It's also one that I think there's so much hype attached to. I don't like hype. I love excitement. I love passion. I love to get pumped up, but not for the sake of being passionate, excited, and pumped up. I like to get fired up based upon what's going to happen because I'm doing something, not for the moment. And this question from Dr. May really asks an important thought. And here it is. He asked me, Dr. David, how do you keep your mindset tuned in and tuned on 24/7, 365? And my answer is, I don't. It may seem like it. People preach that. You hear chiropractic leaders and gurus and coaches all the time saying, that you've got to be on passion, 10,000 patient visits a week. I mean, I eat, sleep, breathe. I digest chiropractic. That's all my life is about. And I got to tell you, I love chiropractic. I don't know if you can sense that from me, but you know what? I love my wife. I love my 3 daughters. I love my dog. I love surfing. I love my friends. I like to snowboard. I like cars. I like a lot of different things. Chiropractic is one of them. And so, am I passionate and turned on? Is my purpose 24/7? No. And I don't believe anyone is. I think that's a lie. And if you buy into that, you'll never be good enough and you'll always be pissed off. You'll always struggle and you're always going to feel let down. But here is the answer. There's a powerful thing that I lecture on called intent. In fact, I have a lecture that I've done for some odd 10 years now called The Power of Intent. And the reason that lecture was born was because I was struggling. I was trying to figure out what was it that helped me transition from, the biggest day of 9 patient visits to seeing hundreds of patients in a day. What happened to me? Because it happened pretty quick. And I was asked that question over and over and over again. And I had lots of different answers, but as I kind of circled in, what came to me was this, that it wasn't just being on purpose. It was being on purpose as often as I could at the appropriate times. And it led me to actually study and research the word intent. And the word intent is literally defined as having your mind fastened upon some purpose. That's pretty cool. Having your mind fastened upon some purpose. Well, I rationalize, at least for me, that intent, first of all, is a strong word, right? I mean, it's a really powerful word. In fact, it's a word that could mean the difference between life and prison if you kill somebody, to manslaughter if you accidentally did something, God forbid. It's a powerful word. And so when I understood it to be that intent is having your mind fastened upon some purpose, then I thought, well, then I've got to figure out a way to have my mind fastened on my purpose as often as possible, especially at the right times. So I used a tried, tested, and proven technique called anchoring. And I suggest you, Dr. May, do the same thing. Find an anchor, somebody, something that motivates you beyond anything else. It might be picturing your mentor or the person that got you into chiropractic, your spouse, a friend, a colleague, me, anybody standing right behind you as you walk in the room to do a consultation. Visualize that, anchor to that person standing right next to you as they're taking notes and listening to every word you say to that patient. Do you think you're going to talk a little differently? Do you think you might come from a different perspective? Think about your family and what you want to provide for them when you go in to do your report of findings. Not that you want to keep the lights on, not survival things, but why you do what you do. Find something that anchors you, because here is the rules of the game according to me, Dr. David. He or she that has their mind fastened upon their purpose the most often wins. Every time. See, it's not that you can't have it 24/7 as you asked Dr. Doug, but I'm sorry, not Dr. Doug, Dr. May. But here's the reality. You need to be focused and on purpose at certain times. When you go to talk to a patient about a consultation, you can't be thinking about the mailman, the tax man, the front desk, the person that just missed their appointment, how many people are on the books today. That's a time, that's a moment to anchor and fasten your mind, your intent upon your purpose. When you make an adjustment, you might be talking about something exciting, you might be having a great time, having a communication, which I'm all about, but in the moment of the impulse, in the moment of the adjustment, you need to clear and anchor so that there's intent, because intent makes a difference between a manipulation and an adjustment. Intent makes a difference between someone feeling better and healing better. Intent makes a difference, yours and the patient's. When you do an orientation, you got to be focused. You have to have your mind on your purpose. Why do you do an orientation? Is it really to teach people? Is it to educate? Is it to get new patients? What is it for you? I can tell you for me, it was to build a relationship. It was to build trust and bonding and desire so that I could use the rest of my time with them, the rest of my life and the rest of theirs, and under a lifetime care model to teach and educate. But first I had to build a relationship with them so they listen and so that I could listen to them. That's a great time to be focused on your purpose. So, Doc, take this advice and run with it. Figure out what it is for you, what kind of anchors you need so that in a moment's notice, no matter what's happening, no matter how much chaos is going in the office, no matter how many kids are jumping around and jumping on your table and biting your ankles, that when you have that moment, you can anchor and focus. And when you do that, you will be on purpose, on fire, passionate, 24/7 when you need to be. And that way you can relax and enjoy and do all the other things when you don't need to be. I hope that's good advice, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.